Hey guys, today I am bringing you a video that I've been planning on doing for some time now on a product that I've been using for about a month. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. Mine is in the shade Blonde. I'm sure you've heard about this on YouTube. I looked up so many reviews. I wanted to see the blonde one in action, and there weren't that many videos, so I thought I'd put this up. Keep in mind that I'm somebody who doesn't like a crazy bold or dark brow, so this is from the standpoint of someone like that. So I think that's kind of nice because most people seem to like a bold brow. I don't. I think this works well either way. So yes, today I will be showing you how I recommend using it, as well as just giving you some thoughts. I can go ahead and say it's going to be a positive review because I really like this. So I'm going to start with the tutorial demo and then move on to the review. If you'd like to see this, to see how this dip brow pomade works, please stay tuned. Okay, so this is obviously the before. Here's what my brows look like naturally. They're not too tricky to work with. They're a little patchy just where they've been over plucked, and then their color is very ashy in tone, so anything too warm picks up very orangey on me. So this is a great color for me. So here it is in the packaging. I don't really know why I'm keeping it in the packaging. I probably should take it out, but I don't know. I kind of like the feeling of taking it out of the box. It's a weird psychological thing, I think. So here it is. And then the brush I use is the e.l.f. I don't know, small angled brush. It's from their studio line, so it's $3, and you can get it at Target or eyeslipspace.com. Here it is. Pretty firm, but not too stiff, so it's really good for doing this. And again, only $3, so I think it's nice because it balances out the $18 brow product. You could also splurge on the Anastasia one, which is also in the roundabouts, I think, of like $18. So if you want to, that might work even better, but I personally think the $3 brush does the job just fine. So here's the product on the inside. I've used it a bunch, as you can tell, and then the lid I just wiped bare because you'll see I do use the lid for my application. So I go in with the product, and what I do is just kind of dip the brush in there like so, and then before I apply it, I go in and I just tap off all the excess in the lid, because I find with this, if you take too much, it can look crazy. So take as little as you can. What I do with it is I go in and I first trace out the bottom line of my crazy. And you can see that gives you a nice strong definition at the bottom of your brow. And then I just take it and feather in strokes to the rest of that tail of my brow. I kind of work in sections with this. I'll do the tail, and then the arch, and then the inner corner. You can see these do still get pretty dramatic, even though I've tapped off so much excess. So you can imagine that if you go straight in, you are going to be dealing with a lot of product on your brow. That's why I do not recommend doing that. Okay, and then for the rest of my brow, I go and just take whatever's in the lid. That way I'm not wasting too much product, and I do find it helps me get just the right amount. So just tapping in there, and then I go into my arch, and what I do with this is I kind of trace out the middle of my arch in a line format, and then I'm going to turn the brush on its side and kind of trace through the curve of it to round out the shape, and it gives it a little bit of a softer appearance at the top, so it's not such a like harsh like edge. So that's that. You can see again, it doesn't look unnatural, it just looks more defined. And then last step is going to be that inner corner, so going in again and picking up more product. And what I'm going to do with this is first feather in strokes starting at the outer bit, because I don't want the inner corner to be too harsh, and then with whatever's left on there, I'm going to fill in the inner part, because I do have a bit of a too wispy inner part. I like to fill that in a little bit. If you have stronger brows, you might not need to. So that didn't go perfectly, which I'll talk more about that in my actual review portion. But I'm going to go ahead and repeat all those steps on the other eyebrow. I will say I find it a little harder to do the left eyebrow, kind of like doing my winged eyeliner. I just find it trickier. But before I do it, here's a look at the brow done with the what's it called, dip brow, and then the one that's on its own. You can see it makes a big old difference, but it's still, I think, I followed my natural shape. The color is not too far off from my natural color, so it doesn't look crazy, I don't think. You might disagree. So once again, I'm going to be dipping in there, tapping off the excess, and then using it out of my lid for the rest of it. So I do one, or just do 2 dips for both brows. Okay, so that's the finished brows. As you can see, they're pretty even, not exactly perfect, but it's the whole eyebrows are sisters, not twins deal. So yes, I'm going to go finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to give you kind of my overall thoughts on this product, who I recommend it for, etc. Okay, so I think the review covered a lot of my how to use it things, but I'm going to really quick talk about this product. It kind of reminds me of like a gel liner type consistency. It is quite thick. I kind of got the impression maybe it'd be a little moussey. This one, I don't find it very moussey. I find it very much like a gel liner, so keep that in mind. In like a gel liner, it can easily get messy and gloopy, so you have to make sure, like I said, tap off the excess. It makes the world of difference. Something to keep in mind with this product is that you aren't going to get the same look every time, so it's not something I find that you can get a perfect brow with. At least I can't. So definitely keep that in mind, but I do find I like the finished effect every time, even if it's not perfect. So I do really find this very user friendly, as long as, again, you get a very gentle hand. That is the most important part. As far as the color, because I was very worried when I bought this that it would be like an orangey blonde, because I'd seen a lot of pictures where it looked like it might lean too warm. I don't find it does. Maybe it just does on some people's brows, so keep that in mind. But I actually find it to be a very good match for my natural brow color, which is a dark ash blonde. It's kind of similar to that, a little bit warmer and a little bit darker. So if you have super light brows, I don't know that this would be your ideal, because it is kind of dark, but I don't find it to be too dark. So if you have, I think, like dark blonde to light brown, or even medium brown, depending what brow look you're going for, I think that this is great for you. I do wish they had more colors of this, but the blonde is working for me quite well. As far as the price tag, $18 is a bit much, but I think it's a great quality product, and also I don't foresee myself going through this very fast, so I actually think this would be a better investment as far, I'm not saying as far as used, because I've never tried this product, but as far as how far it will go than the brow wiz, because those I feel like you'd go through a lot faster. So yes, that's my thoughts on kind of the price point and the color. So yes, I don't know exactly how many other colors there are. I believe there's a brown shade, a chocolate shade, and an ebony shade. I might be wrong. I will go ahead and list how many colors there are right here. This is an impeccable lasting power. I find even now that I haven't even had it on that long, it's dried down completely on my eyebrows. You can see, not getting any transfer, and it lasts like that all day. So it's a great product in the sense that a lot of like pencil brow products or whatever you need, you might want to put powder on top or use a gel to set it. this is your one-stop shop. It's going to stay on by itself. It gives you the fill-in, the color, the definition. It's kind of amazing in that way. So again, I think that makes the price point worth it because you just need this one product. As far as the look of the brows, I really love the look. I don't know if you guys agree, but keep in mind I'm somebody who's really bad at eyebrows, which some of you might be like, so why am I listening to your advice? But I think that that's a worthy opinion to put out there because a lot of the people using this are professional makeup artists or whatever, and they always have amazing brows. But as someone who's had bad brows for years, like literally look back at any of my videos, I think it's impressive that this looks so good on my brows because I'm not somebody who has a very skilled hand with eyebrows. So I do find it very easy to use as long as you, again, keep a light hand. That covers basically the key points on this product. Couple of little notes I'd like to make. When you're shedding this, make sure it's on tightly so it doesn't dry out like a gel liner. It can dry out quickly if you're not careful. And then the other note is with your brush, I think it is very important to clean it every day. So if you're somebody who is bad about that, I know I'm generally bad about that. Either you're going to want to try to change your ways, get in the habit of cleaning it every day. It doesn't take very long, just kind of wipe off the brush, or if you have like a daily brush cleaner, e.l.f. again has a great one. You can just wipe it off on a towel every day. It doesn't take very long, and that's going to keep your brush from getting all hardened, which is going to make it hard to use. But if you're someone who knows you're not going to be able to keep up with the everyday brush cleaning, this might not be the product for you because it's gonna not work well if the brush is all hardened with other products. That is about all I have to say. So I give this product 5 stars. Or 4 stars I'll say. It's pretty easy to use, but it's not always, you're not always gonna get a great brow. You will most of the time, but sometimes it might get a little funky or a little too dark, because user error is always just going to be a factor. The color match is pretty good. The price tag's a little high, but I think it's worth it. And the lasting power is impeccable. So that is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde. I hope you guys found this review tutorial thing helpful. Let me know if you've tried this below. Also let me know if you've tried any similar products or any other brow products that you think are better, because of course I am always interested in hearing your thoughts. Like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to see more from me. I'll be back in 2 days with a new video. Till then, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.